You're in danger.
We have a problem. Let's go get Britt.
General Hospital twists intensify. Britt's safety is in question. Michael needs Curtis' support, and Lulu must decide her next big step. The previous episode of General Hospital saw Josslyn springing to action. Meanwhile, Anna zeroed in on her prime suspects in Drew's shooting case. Brennan was offered a deal while Britt had some serious cause for alarm. On the other hand, Cody scored points with Molly amid the tense equation. The drama, the danger, the suspicions, the trickery is all about to unravel in the coming few weeks on the soap opera. Here's what the fans can expect from the September 9th, 2205 episode of General Hospital when they tune in to CBS to watch the hit daytime drama revolving around Port Charles. General Hospital spoilers, September 9th, 2025. The episode on Tuesday features time running out for Britt. Josslyn and Britt may have quietly reconnected, but danger is looming and time is running out for them to escape and get to somewhere safe. Josslyn has made it quite clear to Britt, either both of them will get out of there or none of them will. Will Britt put her issues aside and help Josslyn in getting them both out of danger? On the other hand, Michael asks Curtis for help. Is this related to Jacinda in some way? Or is this about the Drew situation? Meanwhile, Lulu has a decision to make. Is this going to be about her daughter Charlotte? After all, Brennan did recently chat with Valentine, who is in jail. What will Lulu decide when she gets a warning from Brennan? Then there's Alexis, who says too much. When she gets questioned about the shooting, will she reveal some major clues? Is this going to work in her favor or against it? After all, she is one of the people who hated Drew and had threatened him after he tried to blackmail her like all others. When Portia turns the tables, is this about Drew, who is currently hospitalized, or is this about her personal life where she recently moved on from her marriage and pursued Isaiah? How will Curtis and Trina react to her moves? Britt and Josslyn aren't the only ones in danger. Josslyn and Vaughn have been tied up and are close to losing their lives. He has made it clear that he wants her to leave any chance she gets, even if it means leaving her behind. But will she do that? And then lastly, Drew has regained consciousness after his shooting. He was shot in the back and was critical for a while, but managed to claw his way to life. Is he going to have any memory of what happened that night and who shot him? Or will he have hazy memories and lots of doubts? The hallowed halls of General Hospital are echoing with the sounds of impending farewells, desperate alliances, and life-altering choices this week. In a stunning convergence of storylines, Port Charles is set to be rocked to its core as one of its most beloved and complex figures faces her final chapter, while the next generation fights for the future and a long-dormant spirit stirs back to life. This is more than just drama. It's a seismic shift in the canvas of the show. The final hour, a goodbye to Britt Westbourne. The spoiler is heartbreakingly clear. Time runs out for Britt. After a courageous and heartbreaking battle with the rapid-onset Huntington's disease she inherited from her mother, Liesl Albrecht, Britt's journey is reaching its poignant end. This isn't a spoiler born of speculation. It's the tragic, inevitable conclusion to a story told with immense grace and power by Kelly Thibault. The action will center around the hospital, Britt's professional home, and the place where she fought for redemption. Expect her mother, Liesl, to be an absolute pillar of raw, devastating strength. Having already lost one child, the prospect of losing Britt is her worst nightmare realized. Their scenes will be emotionally grueling, a testament to the complicated but unbreakable bond between mother and daughter. Liesl will likely vacillate between fierce denial, profound grief, and a desperate need to make her daughter's last moments peaceful. But the pain radiates outward. Jason Morgan, though his memories are still a fractured mosaic, feels a deep, inexplicable connection to Britt. He will be drawn to her side, a silent guardian confused by the profound sense of loss washing over him. His presence is a cruel irony. The man she loved deeply, who gave her a fleeting glimpse of a happiness she thought she'd never have, is there, yet not truly there. And then there's Hamilton Finn. The doctor who found love with Britt against all odds is about to be shattered. He fought science, fate, and every odd to find a cure or a treatment to slow the disease. His failure is a professional and personal wound that will leave him reeling. Finn's grief will be all-consuming, and his journey in the aftermath will be one to watch closely. How does a man of healing cope when he couldn't save the love of his life? Britt's exit is more than just the death of a character. It's the end of an era. She arrived in Port Charles as a villainous bitch, but she leaves as a heroine, a woman who embraced her own humanity, fought for her friends, and faced her cruel fate with unparalleled wit and courage. Her legacy will be one of resilience and redemption, and her absence will leave a void that cannot be filled. A new alliance, Michael's dangerous proposition. While one family says goodbye, another is fighting to stay together. Michael Corinthos is a man on a mission, and his target is clear: his son, Wiley. Having learned the truth about Willow's paternity and her cancer diagnosis, Michael's world has narrowed to two objectives: save Willow's life and secure their family from the manipulative clutches of his grandmother, Nina Reeves. But Michael is smart. He knows that walking into a courtroom with a last name like Corinthos against a media-savvy opponent like Nina is a PR battle he might lose. He needs an edge. He needs someone respected, connected, and impartial. He needs Curtis Ashford. This is where the spoiler Michael asks Curtis for help becomes fascinating. Michael won't be asking Curtis to throw a punch or break any laws. He'll be appealing to the owner of the Invader, now rebranded as a legitimate news source. Michael will likely ask Curtis to use his journalistic resources to help him. What does that entail? Perhaps it's digging into Nina's past, finding any instance of instability to use against her in the custody hearing. Maybe it's using the paper's platform to quietly shape public opinion, to paint a picture of a stable, loving home with Michael and Willow versus a grandmother acting on a selfish whim. Curtis, with his deep network of sources and his understanding of the city's underbelly, is the perfect person to find the leverage Michael desperately needs. But this request puts Curtis in a terrible ethical bind. His wife, Portia Robinson, is Willow's doctor and is fiercely protective of her patient. His best friend, Marshall, is family to the Corinthos clan. And his own moral compass, which he's worked hard to recalibrate since leaving the PI business, points toward truth, not manipulation. Will he agree to help Michael, potentially tarnishing his own reputation and crossing a line his wife would disapprove of? Or will he refuse, knowing it might cost a sick young mother a chance to keep her son? Curtis's decision will have ripple effects across his marriage and his standing in Port Charles. Awakening from the dream. Lulu's monumental choice. Across town at Windermere, a different kind of awakening is happening. Lulu Falconeri has been dormant for years, lost in a coma after the explosion at the floating.